Okay, I want to try to explain the connection between Freemasonry and King Solomon because King Solomon is Masonry, I guess you could say. Here's a short article that explains it pretty good, but I'm going to add a few things. Scripture teaches of an ancient wise king, King Solomon, a wise man of the son of the light. Okay? A king of untold riches, power, and knowledge, King Solomon was said to have amassed his enormous fortune through the secretive crafts of the ancient work. Now, those terms are used in Freemasonry. The craft, right? The ancient work. Those are all Freemasonry terms. The secrets of the ancient code of light. Also note that Masons or Mason, Freemason means sons of light. Sons of light. The secrets of the ancient code of light and the craft of the inner degrees associated with the enigmatic Masonic relic that dates back to earlier times in history. King Solomon had master architects and masons build a gigantic celestial temple in his name. King Solomon's Temple, through the secrets of the craft. That's a very Masonic term. King Solomon amassed an astronomically huge fortune, arguably the greatest fortune in all of history. He chose to bury his treasure in specific places that were holy and sacred. He buried his treasure in places that were specifically designed to be the interface between the heavens and the earth. Such places as the Dome of the Rock and the Kaaba were sites where the treasures of King Solomon were secretly buried. King Solomon sought to restore divine law and establish a united kingdom. Does that sound familiar? United nations, a united kingdom under God, a one world government. Through his network of operative master masons, he was able to consolidate his wealth and power only into the hands of those who were worthy to wield it, those who knew the true secrets of the master builders, the secret arts and hidden mysteries of Freemasonry. Focus on the word mystery, the mysteries of Freemasonry. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7, Paul says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." This goes back even before Paul. This goes back to King Solomon. Probably before him, I'm sure of it. And it is considered the mystery of iniquity. Freemasonry to this day teaches a peculiar system of morality veiled in allegory and symbolism. To this effect, it emphasizes secrecy, loyalty, morality, character, prudence, temperance, justice, fortitude, and righteousness. The secret within every Masonic lodge is evident in the three great lights, the rough ashlar, the perfect ashlar, and the cosmic ashlar. The greatest of the... Anyways, you get the idea, okay? So Freemasonry is all about that. Now, what's the problem with this? What's wrong with King Solomon? Well, if you don't know what King Solomon did, then you won't understand the problem here. Let's read about King Solomon here. First Kings chapter 11. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods, small g gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, small g. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, and as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtaroth, the goddess of Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. Notice that it uses abomination. Most of these tribes were products of the fallen angels creating the Nephilim. You can read about that in Genesis chapter 6, where the sons of God saw the daughters of man, and they bore children with them and created giants. That's why you read about giants all throughout the Old Testament. And some of those giant tribes, those abominable tribes, Solomon was intermingling with. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord and went not fully after the Lord, as did David his father. Then King Solomon built an high place for Chemoth, the abomination of Moab, and the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Moloch, the abomination of the children of Ammon. So that is what Freemasonry is all about. King Solomon and his pagan gods, his other gods, building with demons. It is said to, in Gnostic text, in other texts outside the Bible, it is said that King Solomon commanded demons to help him build these monolithic, well, not so much monolithic, but to help him build these temples and statues and buildings. And isn't that exactly what Freemasonry does?
And she's worked like a demon, as you know, as Secretary of State and as a senator, and in the years since.
They build. They're just Freemasons, right? Well, on the outside, yeah, they build stuff and they do charity, but what they really believe is all the other gods, everything that Solomon was doing, building fortunes and all that stuff. Other gods. This is the seal of Solomon. Is the signet ring attributed to King Solomon in medieval Jewish tradition and in Islamic and Western occultism. It was often depicted in either a pentagram or hexagram shape, the latter also known as the Star of David in Jewish tradition. So this is what we see today, right? This is not the Star of David. This is what they put on the Israeli flag. The pentagram or hexagram, whatever you want to call it, that has to do with occultism. You look at Revelation chapter 2 verse 9 and you'll see why that is the symbol for the flag of Israel. That is the problem with Freemasonry. They don't worship the God of the Bible. They use the Bible in a distorted way. And King Solomon is their pattern.